Hello, this is Lacquerography, and this is my wish list for December 2025's Hella Handmade Creations. I've already gone ahead and made a preliminary first impressions wish list, and right now there are 20 items that are catching my eye. This is a little bit of a larger shop this month because not only do we have the regular monthly releases, but we also have a Valentine's Day shop full of gorgeous offerings as well. Please bear with me as I've been struggling with losing my voice over the last couple of weeks with the cold weather setting in, but let's dive right in and take a look at the 20 items that are catching my eye this month. This first item on my wish list is actually a duo offering. This one is by BCB Lacquers, and this one is their Valentine's Day duo, and the components of that duo are called You're My Cup of Tea and Love You a Latte. This one is a capped pre-order offering with a cap of 200. What that means is that this maker, BCB Lacquers, is able to create 200 of these duos, and then after that point, this item will be considered sold out. This item is actually only available as a duo this month. Taking a look at the description, BCB Lacquers brings us a Valentine's Day duo inspired by 90s Valentine's cards. You're My Cup of Tea is a gray crelly with gold glass flakes, purple pink glass flakes, and purple blue green glass flakes. Love You a Latte is a mauve crelly with a gold shimmer and pink purple shimmer. I love both of these polishes individually, and I'm also kind of intrigued by the way I think these might look together in a skittle or using an accent nail. So first of all, I've got to talk about You're My Cup of Tea. It's this gray crelly with all those flakies. This one to me is just so much fun. It is kind of edgy, also a little bit light and ethereal. It also looks stormy to me, but also in the same hand, it looks kind of fairy-like and magical. To me, this one, it has so many different personalities. I immediately fell in love with that gray polish of this duo, and I immediately added this duo to my wish list. I could actually see myself wearing a polish like this one pretty much any season of the year. It's edgy yet gorgeous. And then there's this mauve crelly with the shimmer. I'm loving how in this swatch collage, I'm actually seeing that mauve crelly polish, first of all, it's a beautiful color in itself. I love the shimmer running through it. I think it's a really nice, flattering color. I could see it being a natural for fall and winter for me, but also I love these types of colors in the spring and summer too. To me, they're a different sort of take on a neutral. It's a funny way of putting it maybe. I could really wear a color like this one pretty much any season of the year as well. But I'm loving the way that this mauve crelly, it's bringing out that mauve flaky aspect to the gray polish as well. It's hard to see exactly how these polishes might look worn together, skittled, or with an accent nail like what the swatcher is showing here. And kudos to the swatcher for showing these both together. But I would love to try this out. I think that you might get a little bit of a glimpse of that mauve coming out in those flakies of the gray crelly. If you wore them together, they're kind of an unusual pairing, but I think somehow it really works. I really love everything about this duo, and this one was an immediate add to wish list the moment I saw it. I'll have to see how the rest of my wish list goes this month. The shop is actually already open, and most of these polishes are still available that I have on my wish list. But I have to consider it carefully because a duo does drive up the overall price of my shopping cart. With this offering together being $27 US, that's a lot when I'm a Canadian, but I'm really loving the way this duo looks together. I'll see how it goes this month, but this duo is a strong contender on my wish list. This beautiful duo is by BCB Lacquers. This is their Valentine's Day offering, which is a duo, only available as a duo. And the components of that duo are You're My Cup of Tea and Love You a Latte. This next polish up is by Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this one is called I've Fought Mud Crabs More Fearsome Than You. This one is another capped offering, and there are only 500 of these being made available this month. Bee's Knees Lacquer continues their Oblivion series. I've Fought Mud Crabs More Fearsome Than You is a rich cobalt blue jelly with sapphire and copper light reflective glitter. It does have a note here saying that because of the glitter, this will have a thicker formula. For me, reflective glitter remains a magical, highly desirable component in any polish that I buy. I just love it. There's a sparkle that it creates, this twinkle that is really unlike any other that I can get with any other component. So right there, this one I know I would love. Then there's this color. It has such a beautiful brightness, but yet rich depth to it. I think it's quite accurate that it's called a rich cobalt blue jelly because it does have that depth and richness to it. It does have a bit of a darkness. I could see myself wearing a color like this one pretty much any time of the year as well. These blues, it reminds me of really exquisite deep denims. I wear them all the time. They're truly a favorite nail color of mine. And I now at this point know my blue collection really quite intimately. The Toronto Blue Jays had a really wonderful run this fall in the World Series, just narrowly losing out on being World Series champions in Game 7 in extra innings. And all throughout the playoffs for Major League Baseball, I wore blue nail polish. And so I know my blue collection incredibly well. And I know that I don't have anything quite as exquisite as this. This nail polish is a must-have for my wish list. This one is one of my top picks this month. This beautiful blue with reflective glitter is by Bee's Knees Lacquer. I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. This next polish up is offered by Danny Viana. This one is called Divorced, Beheaded, Live. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available. By Danny Viana begins a new series inspired by 6. Divorced, Beheaded, Live has a black jelly base with a mix of reflective glitters on the colors of the queens. I had the incredible pleasure of actually seeing the musical 6 when it came to Toronto, and it was outstanding. It was such a fun time, so creative. And I love the idea that By Danny Viana is going to be creating a series surrounding this musical. I can't wait to see what they produce because I love the works of By Danny Viana. I think that what they produce is always just so artful. So I can't wait to see what they do throughout this series. Again, here we've got a beautiful reflective glitter polish. I don't really own anything quite like this one. I own a KB Shimmer reflective glitter black polish called, I believe it's called After Midnight, and it's beautiful, but it doesn't have this kind of rainbow of glitters quite like this one. So I know this one will be a standout in my collection. I hesitate a little bit because this one is a bit of a pricier polish. It's one with only an 11 milliliter bottle, which is very common for Brazilian brands, which is what By Danny Viana is. I love this polish. I know it's unique in my collection, but I will have to watch the budget. Even though I love this one may not be the most cost-conscious purchase for me this month. It is holiday season as well. I love it, but this may be a little bit too indulgent this time around. I'll have to give it a hard think. It is beautiful, and I love this musical, and I will be following this series closely in the months to come. This beautiful black reflective glitter polish is by Danny Viana, Divorced, Beheaded, Live. This next item up is another duo. This one is by Cleona Cosmetics, and the components of this duo are Dumbo Octopus and Heart Reef. At this point, scrolling a little bit further down, it says no cap. What that means is that in this case, the maker, Cleona Cosmetics, can produce as many items as are required to fulfill all orders this month. So that's a wonderful thing for me. Taking a look at the description, Cleona Cosmetics continues their creepy and cute aquatic creature series. Dumbo Octopus has a pastel lavender base with a hot orange to green shifting shimmer. Inspired by the cute and almost cartoon-looking Dumbo octopus species, these creatures aptly get their name from their ear-like fins. They are the deepest living octopus species, thriving at 13,000 plus foot depths. Heart Reef has a cool purple jelly base with sparkling orange yellow lime shifting large particle shimmer, fine holographic pigment, and holographic microflakes. It pairs perfectly as a topper over Dumbo Octopus, inspired by the natural heart-shaped coral formation of the barrier reef. This polish is ultra shifty to reflect the numerous bright colors seen in coral. So actually, before I even look too deeply into the nature of these polishes, this one was an immediate add to wishlist for me this month. Part of the reason for that is I've been following this series month upon month by Clionadh Cosmetics. Clionadh Cosmetics is a Canadian brand from not too far away from me in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I've been loving this series through Handmade Creations. I've been actually learning quite a bit about these creepy and cute aquatic creatures that they're drawing inspiration from throughout this series. But not only that, the polishes have been out of this world spectacular. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've purchased every single offering so far. And by purchasing this duo, it would continue to round out my set. I'm not sure how much longer this series will continue, but I have the feeling they have a long way to go in terms of some of these cool aquatic creatures that they could draw inspiration from. So back to the polishes in this duo though. First up, this shimmer. This pastel lavender base is so beautiful. One of my very first polishes that I fell absolutely in love with was a lavender polish, and it was kind of a pearlescent shimmery polish. It was actually quite a long time ago. It was a polish in the 90s. It was by Revlon. Nothing fancy, but it was fancy to me. It was called Virtual Violet, and I adored it. I went through several bottles of it. It was truly my favorite polish for a long time. I've always been drawn to these pastel lavenders, and the fact that this one has this incredible electric looking shimmer running through it just has my heart. I know I would love this one. Then we've got Heart Reef. This one's described as having a purple jelly base, and then it's got a sparkling, shifting, large particle shimmer, as well as holographic pigment and holographic microflakes. So lots of sparkle happening here, and it's described as pairing beautifully over top of it. Now it's kind of hard to tell in some of these swatch photos whether these are being shown alone or paired on top of one another. Here, it's hard to say. Caitlin Swatches has very short nails, beautiful. Hard to say whether this is layered or if this is just Heart Reef on its own. Here, I'm kind of guessing this is Heart Reef on its own. It's really beautiful and sparkly. As I said, I love supporting Clionadh Cosmetics. It's a maker local to me. I know that Canadian makers have been struggling a little bit through 2025 with all of the tariffs and Canada Post strikes and all these things that have been happening throughout the year. I do try to promote and also support these brands as much as I possibly can, as much as the budget will allow. My top pick of these two would be Dumbo Octopus, the shimmer polish, but I do also love Heart Reef. These can be purchased individually, but I think that I would really love owning both of them and playing with them in all different ways. This duo will likely be added to my shopping cart when I finally decide to make my purchase. This beautiful duo is by Clionadh Cosmetics, and this duo includes Dumbo Octopus and Heart Reef. And these polishes are also available separately. This next polish up is by Cracked Polish, and this one is called Sexy Nightcap. This one is another capped offering with only 400 being made available. Cracked Polish continues their It's Not You, It's the Weather series. Sexy Nightcap is a warm, rich red with gold shimmer. Now we're in that time of year when I am always drawn to reds. Red is a newfound love of mine. I didn't used to like the way red looked on me because I'm always so hard on my polish. Being a teacher, I'm constantly working with my hands and washing my hands, and with household chores and all that stuff too. I'm just generally really hard on my manicures all the time. And for whatever reason, it was specifically chipped red nail polish just never did it for me. And it seemed like I was chronically a nail polish chipper, even when I tried my hardest. So really just in the last couple of years, with my deeper dive into indie polishes and also higher quality top coats and base coats and just better nail care in general, I've been loving my journey into reds. My red collection has been growing pretty quickly. So this red is really appealing. Not only that, we're in holiday season. It is December 14th right now, and I haven't worn any of my holiday reds yet. That'll come in the days ahead, but colors like this one I am craving. And I do tend to crave them all throughout the winter as well. Also in the summer and fall too. This one looks like such a stunning deep red. It's got a gorgeous shimmer running through it, but there is that depth and richness and elegance happening here. I love looking at all these macro shots and just seeing the flawless application. It looks like rich red velvet, and it looks just so decadent and elegant and sexy. I'm really loving this one, but I do have to consider at this point, with a wish list this big, do I really need another red shimmer in my collection at this point? I will really have to take a look through my collection at my newly growing red collection at this point, really going through kind of ruthlessly to see if I have anything that would be close enough to this one to knock it off my wish list. With reds being a primary color, I mean, yes, there are variations in any color, but I have the feeling I might at this point have something that's close enough to pass. I do love cracked polish though, quite a bit. And I don't really own very many reds by them. I know that they've created several, but I honestly don't know that I own any of them. So there's that too. I'd kind of love to own a cracked polish red. And this one is pretty sexy, just like its name. I have been loving their It's Not You, It's the Weather series as well. And I own several from this series. I don't own all of them, I don't think, but I do own several. So in a way, if I do get it, it would be nice to add this one to my growing It's Not You, It's the Weather series collection that I've been amassing at this point. So I'd say at this point, this one is a definite maybe. This incredibly beautiful red is by Cracked Polish, Sexy Nightcap. This next polish on my wish list is by Cuticula, and this one is called Emperor. This one is another capped pre-order offering with only 400 being made available this month. Cuticula continues their Wings of a Butterfly series. Emperor has a violet jelly base with shifting purple-pink glass flakes in small and large sizes, large particle purple-pink shifting shimmer, tiny blue-black flakes, and large silver metallic flakes. So much happening in this polish. That vibrant, bright violet jelly base is just, it's so dazzling to me. Really a beautiful purple. But not just that, there's that vibrant color and then all these components. So we've got the glass flakes in small and large sizes. We've got that shifting shimmer. We've got tiny blue-black glass flakes as well as silver metallic flakes happening in here. Like all these things, I'm seeing it all. And I'm seeing so much flash and dazzle and the brilliance of that base color. I know I don't own anything quite like this one. And I honestly don't believe that I have anything in my collection that I could even attempt to layer up to kind of create this look. There is a lot of complexity to this polish all in one bottle, and I don't really think I could even come close to recreating it. That's something I'm going to try to do much more in 2026, see if I can use my own collection to not quite dupe it out, but at least create inspired by type polishes, because my collection is getting quite huge at this point. But boy, this one is a standout. That color is just like it's out of this world divine. This one I think may just be one of my top picks this month. It's hard to say when I've got a wish list that's 20 items long, and some of those items are duos, but this polish is spectacular. I mean, just take a look at that flash and those flakes, and that's just coming through a photograph. Like, I really can't imagine how dazzling this one would be in real life, in sunlight, or just in any shifting lighting conditions. This one is pretty breathtaking. This beautiful, brilliant purple is by Cuticula, Emperor. This next polish up is by Garden Path Lacquers, and this one is called A Kiss About Palm Trees. Garden Path Lacquers continues their favorite book covers series with a polish inspired by Weetzie Bat by Francesca Leah Block, and I hope I said all that right. He kissed her, a kiss about palm trees speeding by, trailing pink clouds when you drive down the strip, sizzling with champagne. A Kiss About Palm Trees has a bright grassy green crelly base accented with pink gold shifting aurora shimmer, light pink and fuchsia holographic microglitters, and holographic microflakes. Luckily, there is no availability cap at all for this one. This polish is really getting me. I love the color green. It is my favorite color in life. And looking at this polish, I don't think I own anything at all like this one. These holographic micro glitters that we're seeing in here, as well as the holographic flakes paired with that base color, this one is so interesting and unique. I could really see myself wanting to wear this one in the springtime, just as all the green starts to emerge in my part of the world, in Ontario, Canada. I always want to wear greens of all different types of shades. And wow, this one with all these components in it, this one would be just phenomenal. I truly have nothing like it. Garden Path lacquers, I don't know what it is, the magic that they put into their bottles when they produce this type of a formula with the Aurora Shimmer, with holographic micro glitters, as well as holographic micro flakes. It's some kind of magic happening here. The shifts, the sparkle, the play in the light, it's just unlike anything I've ever seen from any other brand. And as a green lover, as a lover of this brand, this one is another very high pick on my wish list. Probably another top pick, and probably coming home with me this month, especially considering that there's no availability cap for this one. This beautiful green is by Garden Path Lacquers, A Kiss About Palm Trees. This next polish up is another one by Garden Path Lacquers, and this one is their Valentine's Day offering. Now, I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly. Basiami, I'm going to say. I hope I said that right. Please feel free to correct me. Garden Path Lacquers has created a polish for Valentine's Day inspired by one of their favorite winter fragrances, Bulgari's Allegra Basiami, or Bacciami maybe. Basiami or Bacciami, Italian for kiss me, has a warm red crelly base filled with red holographic micro glitter, gold aurora shimmer, red orange ultra chameleon chrome flakes, and holographic micro flakes. Luckily, again, there is no availability cap for this one. Talk about a hot, red, beautiful, stunning, like ravishing polish. This one is definitely a top pick for me this month. I was just talking about sort of my newfound love of reds, so I know I have nothing like this one. Again, this one is a stunning Garden Path Lacquers offering with all those just intricate and delicate and sparkly and magical components running through it. I know I have nothing at all like this polish, and this one would be a standout in my collection. If I could get only one red leaning polish this month, I think it would be this one. The shifts, the sparkle, the delicate but sexy look to this one. It looks just like flames in a way on the nails. Like jewel flames, if that's even possible. I could very well see myself adding 2 Garden Path Lacquers polishes, this one and the previous one, the green, to my shopping cart when I finally decide to check out, especially since this one also has no availability cap this month. I'm very lucky there. This beautifully sparkly warm red polish is by Garden Path Lacquers. This is their Valentine's Day offering, Bacciami. This next polish up is by Hearts and Promises, and this one is called Pyrite. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available this month. Hearts and Promises continues their Gems and Crystals series. Pyrite has a silver scattered holographic base with gold shimmer, gold flakes, and silver hollow micro glitter. This one is one that I added immediately to my wish list. And I can't even really exactly explain why it is I love it so much. I think I need to see some video footage to really be sure if I truly love this one or if I just like the idea of it. But this one seems so special and delicate, kind of like just the most tiny, precious jewel, which is a weird thing to say, tiny precious jewel, but there's like something so delicate about this one, to my eye anyway. And I loved it the moment I saw it, but I think I need to do a little bit more research before I add it to my cart. This one is described as having a silver scattered holographic base. So yeah, rainbows. There's plenty of rainbows, and you can see it in this beautiful swatch photo. There's also that combination of gold shimmer, gold flakes, and silver hollow micro glitter. So you've got kind of the play on both silver and gold happening here. This one looks to my eye to be very sparkly and special, yet somehow very light and delicate. I think this polish could be just such a decadent treat for my nails. I don't know really how else to explain this one. It just looks so special. It looks like a delicate, special occasion polish, but yet there's something in its lightness that maybe makes me think that almost like worn in one or two coats, it could just be this light, special, I don't know, kind of like wearing like a single diamond, small, solitaire, like pendant necklace or something like that. I'm struggling for words because I don't own anything like that, but it's like there's just something so precious and beautiful and jewel-like happening here. And I've been following a little bit this Gems and Crystals series by Hearts and Promises, and it's really been impressing me. And I don't know, this one, the more I'm talking about it, the more I want to add it to my cart right now, actually. But I do have to do a little bit further research just to see that this one is really, I don't know, what I'm expecting that it might be. The more I think about it, the more it impresses me. This beautiful, sparkly polish is by Hearts and Promises, Pyrite. This next polish up is by Hula Moon, and this one is called Oh Yeah, You Blend. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available. Hula Moon continues their My Cousin Vinny series. Oh Yeah, You Blend does anything but. This dark jelly black base is packed with myriad of metallic flakes, including pink, lavender, and silver flaky shards that refuse to melt into the background. Bold and impossible to ignore, we recommend a good gel-like top coat. So this one seems anything but delicate. This one seems, from the way it's looking in these swatch photos and also from the way it's described, that this one is an in-your-face polish. I know I don't own anything quite like this. I have been loving this series, the My Cousin Vinny series by Hula Moon. My Cousin Vinny was a movie that I watched a couple of times when I was younger with my dad. It was always just a hilarious experience to watch it with him. We would always roar with laughter. It makes me want to watch this movie again with him. It's been well over 15 years since I've seen it with him. I think it would be really special for us to share that experience again at some point when I see him during the holiday season. This is far from being a holiday movie, but it's just a chance to see a movie with a loved one. This polish though, oh my gosh, these flakies, like it's wild. It is so cool. Bling in a bottle. I don't know what else to say. This one is something else. I mean, in a way, I wish I owned this polish already. I could see this being such a fun New Year's Eve polish. Just so glitzy and glam and kind of in your face. But yeah, it's still, I think, rather elegant in its showiness. But it doesn't have that same like ethereal kind of look as that last polish I was talking about, the Hearts and Promises Pyrite. This one is truly in your face. At this point, I've actually ordered all the rest of this series, the My Cousin Vinny series by Hula Moon. I've been loving them all, and I would love to add this one to my growing collection. This one is very tempting this month. I hesitate yet to call it a top pick. I don't know that it's going in my shopping cart for sure, but boy, I'm really loving the idea of this one. And I wish that I had it for this year's New Year's Eve. Sadly, I don't, and the best I can do, being a Canadian ordering this polish, would be to receive this one probably at the beginning of February. So I'll have to wait a little while. Perhaps New Year's Eve as 2026 turns to 2027. Lofty goals. This beautiful blingy polish is by Hula Moon. Oh Yeah, You Blend. This next polish up is also by Hula Moon. This one is their Valentine's Day offering called Sweetheart's Latte. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available. Hula Moon has created a polish for Valentine's Day. Sweetheart's Latte has a peachy base with pink shimmer that shifts gold at extreme angles and holographic pigment. With only 200 being available, boy, I think I'm going to have to make a whole lot of my decisions pretty fast. The shop is already open. I'm really lucky so far that every item that's on my wish list right now is still available. But wow, like 200 available. I mean, these could sell out at any time. Now this polish, I don't really know what to say. It's hard to say exactly what I love about it other than I have been wearing my neutral polishes so much across the last 2 years, especially my indie polish, neutral leaning polishes. Now this one is a bit of a wild take on a neutral polish. This peachy base is so nice and fresh, and it's got this pink shimmer that shifts gold as well as having holographic pigment. So this one is like neutral-ish, but way better. A lot more blingy, a lot more shimmery. Because of its base color though, this one would be quite versatile in my life. I could wear a polish like this anytime throughout the year. It is a little blingier, so maybe not for every type of occasion, but it would be quite versatile in my life. This is another one where I'll have to see how my wish list stacks up. This one is a strong contender. I know I'd get a lot of use out of it, but do I really need it compared to some of the others? I'll have to see how it ranks. It is beautiful though, and I've been loving Hula Moon's offerings. This offering is by Hula Moon. This is their Valentine's Day polish called Sweetheart's Latte. This next item on my wish list is by Moonshine Manny, and this one is called Andarna. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available this month. Moonshine Manny continues their dragon series with a polish inspired by a dragon from the book Fourth Wing. Andarna has a soft champagne base, glowing with gold to orange and fuchsia purple gold iridescent shimmers, aqua sapphire green and red orange gold iridescent flakies, and gold hollow micro glitters. Lots of sparkly things in there. That's amazing. This nail polish is really everything I've been wearing in the last 2 years. I've been going for a lot more neutral leaning or like neutrals with a twist type polishes. This one with all its incredible components, the shimmer, the flakies, and the hollow micro glitter would be far from really, truly a neutral. But still, there's something about this one having this soft champagne base. It would make it incredibly versatile in my collection. Yes, it has a flash and a sparkle and a twinkle, but it really does have it in this nice, soft looking base. This one appears to be quite buildable as well. In the first photo, it looked like you could maybe see what could be a little bit of nail line. In this photo, it looks quite opaque. I love the fact that this champagne base color does have a little bit of a warmth to it. It still looks icy with all the components, but yet there is that soft off-white champagne type look, which I think adds to its versatility for my life anyway. I'm really drawn to this sparkle. I think this would make a beautiful anytime special occasion type of polish, but also with this safe color base, this one could also be an anytime kind of polish, not just a special occasion one. I'm really loving everything about this one. I think this one is another top pick of mine this month. This soft champagne-based polish with all the gorgeous components is by Moonshine Manny and Darna. This next polish up is another one by Moonshine Manny. This time it's their Valentine's Day offering called Elizabeth. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available. Moonshine Manny has created a polish for Valentine's Day that pairs with their Dragon series, inspired by the dragon from Shrek. Elizabeth is a hot pink jelly glowing with purple fuchsia gold shimmer, packed with iridescent flakes shifting gold, red, pink, orange, and twinkling with fuchsia holographic micro glitters. This polish looks so fun and fresh. It's a beautiful shade of pink, and these components within it look like they would sparkle beautifully in real life. I'm especially drawn to this swatch photo right here, and I'll click through some more here to be sure as well. But one of my favorite color combinations in life is kind of a hot pink with orange. And I think what I'm seeing here, what my eyes are telling me anyway in this swatch photo, is that we've got this pink base, but we've got kind of a coral, warm, I don't know, even golden type flaky happening in this image here. I love that kind of a contrast. It takes me back to an old favorite cardigan I used to have that was this bright orange kind of tweed knit cardigan with this bright fuchsia edging around it. And there's always been something about this pink and orange color combination that's gotten me. I find it fresh. I find it kind of edgy, but also really fun and optimistic too. Now, I'm not quite seeing that type of color combination as I scan through a few of these other swatch photos. I'm still enjoying what I see. I can really see these flakies here. What a beautiful shine. In this photo here, it almost has a little bit of a pink metallic kind of look. It's always sort of hard to say without seeing it in person. No matter what way I'm seeing it, it still looks really beautiful to me. I don't know that I can really call this one a top pick of mine, although I really enjoy it. I think that the previous Moonshine Manny is a top pick and most likely coming home with me. This one, I'm not quite sure yet. Seeing as though I'm hesitating a little bit, I'm having the feeling that this one may not make the final cut, but I think it's a beautiful pink anyway. I'll continue to do my research because if it looks anything like this on my nails, I'm all for it. This gorgeous hot pink is by Moonshine Manny. This one is their Valentine's Day offering called Elizabeth. This next polish up is by Nailed It, and this one is also a Valentine's Day offering. This one is called Stupid Cupid. This one is another capped offering with only 250 being made available. Nailed It Nail Polish has created a polish for Valentine's Day inspired by Mandy Moore's Stupid Cupid in the Princess Diaries. Stupid Cupid is a dreamy white crelly with a delicate pink undertone, accented with a mix of lavender and pink matte glitter and a strong glowy pink shimmer. This is another one that just looks so fresh, interestingly delicate, and I'm really loving all the components in here. In every single one of these swatch photos, I can really see that shimmer coming through, and to me, that's what's setting this polish apart quite a bit from many of my other glitter crellies. So many of the other ones don't have really a shimmer component in it, and I'm really kind of liking what this shimmer is bringing to this polish. I love the way this polish looks on this swatcher. The pooling that it's creating with all these different layers of glitter is really something. And I mean, the swatcher has quite long nails as well, and it looks like there's quite decent opacity happening here. This is a pretty impressive polish. With how busy my life has been in the last 2 years, I've been pulling my glitter crelly polishes a little bit less than I'd like. So I'm not exactly sure if this one will make the final cut, but I do think that this polish really is a standout. It's beautiful, it's fresh, it is quite light and romantic. Really, I think a perfect interpretation on a sweet Valentine's Day glitter crelly. And I still love that shimmer. This beautiful glitter crelly with the shimmer is by Nailed It Nail Polish, and this is their Valentine's Day offering called Stupid Cupid. This next one up is by Night Owl Lacquer, and this one's called Still Got 2 out of 5 Sexy Parts. Night Owl Lacquer continues their Bob's Burgers series with a polish inspired by Linda and the songs she sings with her band. Still Got 2 out of 5 Sexy Parts has a purple tinted base filled with glowy shimmer that shifts magenta, orange, yellow, and a rose gold holographic micro glitter flake. Luckily, there's no availability cap for this one. Although this one is not a Valentine's Day offering, this is one of their regular monthly offerings, this one certainly has all the vibes of a great Valentine's Day nail polish. This is another one that has just such a beautiful, fresh look. And that sparkle looks like it's quite something again. I'm loving the warmth that's created here with that rose gold aspect. I think that's what my eye is picking up on here. Also, there is that glowy shimmer too, which has a warm slant to it. I love how you get to see the sparkle in these out of focus, blurry photos. It really does showcase the rainbow that glints off the nails. This one is quite a stunning one. I've been following this Night Owl Lacquer series for quite a while, which is quite funny because I think I've only ever watched like 1, maybe 2 episodes of Bob's Burgers ever in my life. It's not really a show that I watch. I think I just happened upon it incidentally when I was out visiting somebody and the show just happened to be on. But I've got to say, the interpretations of the show in these nail polishes, like I really have to try watching some episodes. I know I've said that before in previous months, The beauty that's being created here is blowing my mind. And I love the look of this polish. This one's another one that I'm not quite so sure about. In this enormous wish list, I'm going to have to cut several. Realistically, more than half of my picks. So I'm not sure that this one will make the final cut, but it certainly is beautiful. I'll have to see how it stacks up with the rest of my collection as well as the rest of my wish list to know if I'm going to go ahead with this one. But I love Night Owl lacquer. I love that it comes in a nice big 15 milliliter bottle. I love the fact that this polish has no availability cap, so it does give me a little bit longer to think about whether I'd like to bring this one home with me. This beautiful purple tinted based polish with all that sparkle is by Night Owl lacquer. Still got 2 out of 5 sexy parts. This next polish up is by Paint It Pretty Polish, and this one is called Lick and Dip. This one is another capped offering with only 100 available, and it is still available at this point, so that's excellent. I'm actually filming this now on December the 16th, towards the end of the day for me in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. My voice gave out on me, so I've had to film this video in 2 parts. So I feel quite lucky that this one is still available. It's December 16th, and I haven't made my purchase yet. I have to closely consider my budget before I jump. With this polish, Paint It Pretty Polish continues their Childhood Candies series with a polish inspired by Fun Dip. Lick and Dip has an ultra sheer lime green base with a blue to green shimmer. The fact that this one is listed as being ultra sheer doesn't scare me away at all. I've been actually wearing more of my delicate looking polishes than I have been my bolder polishes lately. I guess that kind of goes along with me wearing a lot of neutrals and things like that over the last 2 years. Life has just been so hectic, so sometimes wearing these lighter looking, sheerer polishes, I realize this is by no means neutral, but it still gives you that sort of softness and versatility that sometimes a heavier, bolder, brighter polish can't always give when life is just doing its thing. The base color of this one is so inviting and fresh, and that shimmer, I love the way that Paint It Pretty Polish executes shimmer in their polish. I feel like it really is a specialty of theirs. I find that somehow this one has that lightness and sheerness, but yet that wonderful pow of brilliance from the color and the shimmer. It really is a nice juxtaposition. A color like this one, I think I would love wearing in the winter. It does have a brighter take on an icy feel. Also, this one would be a really lovely spring. I always think of mints in springtime, a spring polish, but also a summer polish as well. There's something tropical about this color to me in its lime green colorway. This one is quite a lovely polish, and I'm kind of counting my lucky stars that this one, with a cap of only 100, still happens to be available on the 3rd day of the shop being open. That's pretty incredible. This one is still hanging in there on my wish list. I think it would be one that I would come back to again and again. Also, Paint It Pretty Polish is a Canadian brand from my home province of Ontario, Canada. I do try to support them as much as I possibly can, both through collaboration websites like this one and through their own website directly. This gorgeous sheer lime green polish is by Paint It Pretty Polish, Lick and Dip. This next polish up is by Red Eyed Lacquer, and this one is called You're Doing Great. This one is another capped offering with only 200 being made available. Red Eyed Lacquer begins a new Bluey inspired series with the first polish inspired by Mum Chili. You're Doing Great is a light orange crelly with orange green shifting shimmer and orange pink gold shifting flakes. Now, some elementary teacher I really have no context for this. I'm an elementary teacher, but I'm actually not a parent myself. So I've actually never seen Bluey, but I do know that especially a couple of years ago, some of my students really loved this show, some of my grade 3s. It's all about this color for me for this one. This one looks so sunny and hot and optimistic. I always love a good sunshine on the nails type polish, and this one is such a beautiful example of that. Here on December 16th, in my part of the world, I've had quite a bit of snow, ice, and cloud cover in the last several weeks. So already I'm starting to feel the impact of the ever approaching winter solstice, the shortest day of the year and the longest night. I'm already starting to feel the effects of that a little bit, and I'm very much missing the sunlight. Even though really my favorite weather is actually snow. I love snow. Good thing I'm a Canadian. I love snow. And one of my favorite winter chores is actually shoveling snow. I love that too. I could see myself wearing this polish a ton, especially in the fall. I mean, this really does have all the fall vibes for me with this really interesting light orange base shade. It's really quite unique to anything I have in my collection, but also anytime I'm looking for a sunny pick-me-up. I could see myself wearing this one in the winter, also in the spring, especially on rainy days, to bring a little bit of sunshine and optimism. This one also leans quite summer for me for how bright and brilliant it is, especially, I don't know why it is, especially for me, August. I guess actually I do kind of know why that is. In August, I tend to be drawn to a lot of like summer sunset type colors. I find I'm still outdoors a lot in August as my summer comes to a close as a teacher. And I find that more than in earlier times during the summer, I'm really taking advantage of all those sunset moments. So I think that's why this one makes me think of summer, also specifically August, fall, and just any time I want to bring some sunshine to my nails. I'm really loving the originality here. This color profile and these components are gorgeous to me. This one I think is another top pick of mine this month, and I would love to own this one. This beautiful sunny polish is by Red Eyed Lacquer. You're doing great. This next polish up is by Rogue Lacquer, and this one is their Valentine's Day offering called Heart of Rose Gold. This one, it says here that it's a cap pre-order polish, but looking down here in the description, it actually says that at this point, there is no listed availability cap. So for me, that is an excellent thing. Rogue Lacquer has created a polish for Valentine's Day. Heart of Rose Gold is a gold glass flame bomb with rose gold metallic and hollow red flakes. For me, it's this sparkly rose gold polish that is just drawing me in. I really don't own any that I could think of that are in a rose gold colorway, and this one is stunning. I'm really loving every single swatch photo that I'm seeing here in this collage of 4. This one's looking equally flattering on all skin tones, and I love the variation that I'm seeing here in the flakies. Like, it really is fascinating to me. That warmth and the twinkle from these flakies is really something special, I think. Taking a look at this, I can really start to differentiate a little bit what I'm seeing here. I can see the gold glass flame bomb, I think. There is a lot of gold happening here. Also, rose gold metallic, absolutely. I think that's the predominant visual that I'm getting. But also the slight addition of these hollow red flakes. Like, that's really interesting. I'm finding that that aspect is what's creating so much interest for me. Yeah, hovering over this, it's such an interesting look. I mean, look at all that texture, the variety within this one polish. It really is something special and unique and completely different to anything else I have in my own collection. This one would surely be a stunning special occasion polish in my collection, and absolutely I'd consider wearing it for Valentine's Day. It's got that fun and warmth, a pinkish aspect to it as well. It's quite a fun one. Wow, and the way this one catches the light in all these swatch photos, I can only imagine what it might do in real life. It's amazing, and I love how these different components kind of pick up the light differently. Again, that hit of red hollow flakes is picking up in these swatch photos, and it's just so fascinating the way these different components play. I've never seen anything like this. This one, for its uniqueness and the fact that I have nothing like it in my collection, this one is another top pick of mine this month. In fact, it's hard to say at this point. This one, maybe the Red Eyed Lacquer, they may be my very top picks this month. This one I think for sure is going to end up in my cart. This beautiful rose gold polish is by Rogue Lacquer. This is their Valentine's Day offering called Heart of Rose Gold. This next polish up is by Sassy Cat's Lacquer, and this one is called Frosted Fantasy. This one is another capped offering with only 100 being made available. Sassy Cat's Lacquer continues their All Things Sweet series with a polish inspired by cannoli cakes. Frosted Fantasy has a neutral base with a soft pink gold orange shift that changes with different angles and lighting. It may appear slightly deeper in standard lighting. This one fits that bill for me as one that I would wear all the time, any season of the year, for any type of occasion. This one is beautiful. It is a neutral polish, but way, way better. This shimmery shift is really something special. I love the warmth of that against this neutral, sort of brownish leaning base. This pinkish shimmer, this warm shimmer, is really quite a standout. In this swatch photo here, that shimmer is really coming alive. And interestingly enough here, I don't know if this is my eyes playing tricks on me, this one actually appears to be a magnetic polish. I don't know if you can see that there too. I'll try to hover. I don't know. Yes, it's very shimmery, but it almost seems to have a magnetic aspect to it. It looks like the swatcher here may have done a cat eye effect. It's so interesting. The description doesn't say that this one is a magnetic, but maybe it's just the shimmer playing tricks on me. It certainly doesn't say it in the description, but this one certainly does look like it has a magnetic pull happening. Before I decide to do with this polish, whether to include it on my list or to knock it off the list, I think I need to do some further research. There are only 100 bottles of this one available, but I do think that I need to look into it to see if this one is really just a shimmer polish or if my eyes are actually picking up a magnetic effect. I'd love to check out maybe the maker's Facebook group to see if they have any video footage of this polish. Also, some swatchers videos here on YouTube. I could really stand to take a deeper dive to see if any of them talk about just the quality of this shimmer or, in fact, maybe some magnetic properties. If this one isn't magnetic though, that shimmer is really gorgeous. It's beautiful the way this one is playing on all these different swatchers. It certainly is tricking my eye into thinking it's a magnetic if it isn't. This incredible neutral leaning polish with the stunning shimmer effect is by Sassy Cat's Lacquer Frosted Fantasy. This final item on my wish list is by Zombie Claw, and this one is their Valentine's Day offering called Zombie Boyfriend. This one is another capped offering, and there are only 100 of these available. Zombie Claw has created a zombie theme polish for Valentine's Day inspired by warm bodies. Zombie Boyfriend is a dark pink with linear hollow. This one's made my wish list because it really is, to me, like the quintessential Valentine's Day polish. It's this beautiful deep dark pink hue and then the linear hollow going throughout it. This polish just looks gorgeous. I am not usually at all on Team Matte, but I love the velvety look that this polish has. It seems almost, I don't know, like a shame almost, mattifying a linear hollow polish. I mean, usually a linear hollow polish, you purchase those because you want the rainbows to just in your face leap off your nails, because that's really the effect that linear hollow often has, especially if it's a strong linear hollow pigment. But wow, this velvet, I mean, this one looks like crushed velvet on the nails, a velvet dress, a velvet coat, a velvet blazer, in fact. Like, it's got such an opulence to it. This matte look is actually oddly winning me over. When I look at the description of this one, it just says that it's a dark pink with linear hollow. I mean, such a simple description. It makes me think that, why do I need this one so badly? Like, I'm sure somebody could release something like this next month even, or down the road, a year from now. But I don't know what it is. There is something about this polish where I add it immediately to my wish list, and I kind of can't get enough of it. It's this kind of look. It's that velvet look as well. I don't know what it is. This one somehow has that classic, desirable look that I guess I've always kind of wanted. I don't know. I can't really articulate it. I shouldn't love it so much, but I do. With this polish and with the size of my wish list, I'm going to have to think it over pretty carefully and probably rank these polishes in terms of my top picks, ones that I'm going to be knocking off my list, and then ones that are maybes, and really see how those maybes stack up. Wow, I love the look of this one. Like, this one is going to be a tough one for me to knock off the list, but I don't know, a dark pink with linear hollow, it doesn't sound original enough, but yet this one is taking my breath away. I can't get enough of the look of this polish. This beautiful deep linear hollow polish is by Zombie Claw. This one is their Valentine's Day offering called Zombie Boyfriend. So that's it for my incredible 20 item wish list this month. The shop is already open. It opened on December 14th, 2025 at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it remains open until December 21st, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Hawaiian Time. It's open for a good solid week for all your shopping pleasure, all your thinking. And another wonderful thing is that Hella Handmade Creations is actually quite good about combining your shipping in case you go into the shop more than once. This shop is an absolute knockout for me this month, and part of why this is so good is that not only are there the regular monthly releases listed here on the website, but also we have the Valentine's Day shop. Not only that, but there's also a handful of encore releases. Hella Handmade Creations each month invites makers in alphabetical order to bring back a polish from their past Hella Handmade Creations offerings to remake and resell. Often the makers go by customer request to see which item they may re-offer. This month the makers are in the N and P range. We've got Naps and Nails, Night Owl Lacquer, Nothing Basic Polish, and Paint It Pretty Polish this month. If you don't see your favorite maker listed here, although there's some really gorgeous polishes listed in the Encore offerings this month, do check back. They do run these encores, usually offering about 5 makers the chance to come back with a previous offering in alphabetical order. So check back month after month to see which makers are up for their encore offering. As well, we always have a wonderful overstock section. This month, the freshly released overstocks are all from August 2025. Many of these items are available in very small quantity. As you can see, we've got nail polishes, skincare, body care, nail care items, as well as sort of nail adjacent items. Things like stamping plates and wax melts and jewelry. Very often, as you can see here, this is an item that is currently unavailable. It's sold out. Very often these items are available in very small quantities, sometimes 5 or less items, because they are just overstocks. These aren't re-releases of new quantities. So if there's anything you like, do consider making your purchase right away to be sure that you can secure it. Once a polish is listed in the upcoming overstock section, in this case, the newest releases are from August 2025, they remain in the overstock section until they're sold out in the past overstock section. These items are always available to purchase, even beyond the shop opening windows of a week for the monthly releases. That's kind of a cool thing too. So you can actually check back and see what's still on offer. There's actually some really lovely ones here. This black to red multi-chrome looking polish is quite gorgeous. Some lovely nail polishes. That's a nice, warm, inviting color there. Anyway, lots of good stuff there in the overstock section, available now until quantities are sold out. So I'm wondering, are you planning on shopping Hella Handmade Creations this month? If you are, which items are catching your eye? I'd also love to know all your thoughts on my ridiculously huge wish list. I'd love to know what your top picks are from my huge preliminary wish list. Help me whittle this one down. There is no way I can buy all of these. This is holiday season. I've had quite a year of buying polishes. I've got to cut this one way down and go with only items that I'm passionate about. There are a couple of front runners for sure, but I'd love to know all your thoughts. Please feel free to add all your comments, and we can continue on the conversation long after. If you enjoy wish listing content like this, please consider giving this video a like. It indicates to me that you enjoy content similar to this, and in the months ahead, I'll try my best to create content along these lines as often as I can. As well, if you enjoy nail-related content in general, please consider subscribing. I release nail content as often as I can, and by subscribing, you won't miss out on any of the fun. I have lofty goals for this channel in the new year. I hope you'll join me for new adventures in 2026. If you have any content suggestions for me, I am a Canadian nail polish content creator here on YouTube. Please feel free to add all your requests too in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. I'd love to freshen up this channel in the new year, and I would love to know all your thoughts on future content. Please feel free to add all your comments, and I'll see what I can do in the year ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Happy shopping and Happy New Year. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye.